Each speaker, right?
Let's kind of shut this all down. I don't know, shut it down. I need to shut it down because I don't know who it stops.
Your trial. Trial.
Hi, I need those cash.
Trial.
I need those cash. Can I have 4 large bills?
Trial. 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 Trial.
You should look at the bank. Okay? Look at the bank. Okay?
Trial.
Look at the window. The bank.
Trial.
Can you stop that?
Trial.
Millers, that's you guys. Yeah, stop your screen sharing, please.
Trial.
Does anybody need a PowerPoint? I don't have any.
Trial.
All right, we're going to roll in here in about 1 second. Scott
Can
will
you
take
guys?
over, but there is no training.
Trial. 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 Trial.
You too.
Trial.
Come on.
It is going to be an unbelievable day.
Trial.
And before we even go, nothing can make you happier in this business than having the people that join you.
Trial.
And so about I looked at him and I said, "Are you going to join me in the business?" And he goes, "So yeah, Dad, sure. So I could be on conference calls during dinner for the rest of my life." That was the goal. Swear to God. So then he went from there to a place called. So he graduated from Trinity University, cum laude. So that's a pretty strong GPA, as my two engineer friends know, as my architect buddy knows, as my medical anesthesiologist knows, and his beautiful wife knows. So anyway, he goes from there to a place called South Texas Investment Advisors, and he's an investment advisor, and he just doesn't love it that much because it's a popcorn popper. So he decides to leave there, and he goes to a place called Rackspace, which is a $7 billion company based all over the world in the cloud business, whatever the heck that means. And it was really, really cute because he just went right up the ranks, and they transferred him from San Antonio to London, and he had a baby. Then they transferred him down to Sydney, Australia. He had another baby. Then they transferred him to Zurich, Switzerland, and he had another baby. And he's working, and now he's in charge of Australia, Hong Kong, England, Switzerland, and some other place. So, and headquarters was in San Antonio. So as multi-level marketers, you know, I have a problem because sometimes people call me from different countries. Every time he looked at his phone, it was some sort of emergency that he was responsible for 24/7 in one of those countries. So he came home at Christmas time and to Colorado, and we had a wonderful time. His mom lives down in Littleton, and then he went down to Texas and saw his in-laws there. And he looked at the quality of life he wanted, and it wasn't at Rackspace. And this 32-year-old snot-nosed punk decided to jump off the dock into the black water of an entrepreneur, multi-level marketer. So stand up, Adrian. I'm unbelievably proud of you. So he's going to build a business, we're going to build another little company around contact mapping that's going to blow your mind. And they've just rented a home here in Longmont, Colorado with those 3 grandkids. So God is great, would you say? Yeah. All right, so now we're going to get rolling, and Scott's going to MC this thing because I am out of firepower. I'm already exhausted and sweating. So what we're going to do here, before that, so I want to introduce you to Scott because you need to know that. Those of you that don't know him, everybody talks about how lucky Tom Chenault is because he has a radio show. Tom Chenault's lucky because, I mean, everybody figures out some reason I'm lucky and I'm successful versus them being unlucky and not successful. So one day I walk into a coffee shop on Main Street, my normal self. I'm a kind of an introvert, believe it or not. And I walk up to them, I'm standing in the line, and it's packed. And all of a sudden, this guy comes over to me, and his eyes are just flickering. He's got the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen. I had eyes like yours, just beautiful blue eyes. And so I come in, that was creepy. Sorry. I just met her and I told her how beautiful. I'm an eye noticer. I'm actually also a teeth noticer, but my wife really hates that. Because I ask kids, like, wait on me all the time, did you have braces? Because their teeth are just perfectly straight. And that makes my wife upset, but you know, I think that's complimentary. So anyway, back to me for a minute. So then Scott walks over and he sticks his hand out and he goes, I'm Scott Fardulis, I heard you're Tom Chenault. And he was there with a friend of his who was the milkman in a coffee shop I owned. And the milkman was also a serial multi-level marketer joiner, but never do anything with her. Does that make sense? So the guy looks at me and says, Scott, he says, you got to know Tom. And Scott and I met. And in 2 seconds, I realized Scott was special. But I realized also in 2 seconds some things were going on with Scott that weren't readily apparent to the rest of the world. I knew 2 things. One, he wasn't healthy. And the second thing I knew was that he was unbelievable in this business, but he wasn't home yet. So he was like most multi-level marketers with a speech, but really, really nothing to back it up. And all of a sudden, so he told me all his attributes and all these things, and he's just telling me all this stuff. And I'm just remembering as hard as I could. As soon as I got home, I just started fact-checking everything he said, called the people he mentioned to me that we had in common, and just got the lowdown on Scott. And I called him back about a week later and said, hey, man, I saw you. He said, You look like a heck of a guy, but I just noticed some stuff that kind of troubled me, and I'd like to sit down with you again. Well, who wouldn't come to that kind of invitation? So Scott came in, sat down. We talked for probably 3 hours that day. We came over here. We looked at this place. We did a bunch of stuff, and the rest is history. Scott's 10 times the multi-level marketer I am. Scott's probably 20 times the family man I am. Scott is unbelievable, and he is right in town here. He is your guy. He is our guy, and I am unbelievably proud to know he and his wife, Juliette. He absolutely blesses my life every day. Come on here, Scott. Which was identification, so please remember this.
That was your first card.
I'm just attracted to his sweat. He's all balmy and stuff. So
Oh, clam.
Guys, welcome to Super Saturday. You're going to be just blessed today. There's going to be so much just outpouring of information today. You're going to have fun today. I just want to thank all of you for taking the time to be here. I know so many of you made special concessions to get up this morning, drive extra far, make some extra plans. Ivan's all the way from Oklahoma. So thanks for making the trip out here from Oklahoma for Super Saturday. That's pretty good. I just met Ivan in Oklahoma, what, about 9 months ago, maybe? Yep. Something like that. Yep, he came in, he was looking at the business for the first time, and he didn't know anything about a convention that was coming up, and so right on the spot, he made a decision to go to a convention within just one look at longevity, and he went in. Are you sorry for it?
Absolutely not.
Good decision?
Yes, sir.
Life-changing?
Yes, sir.
Good. Excellent. And I think all of you are going to find something life-changing for yourselves today. So we got a number of people that are going to share their experiences today. They're going to give you some hope, some encouragement. You're going to see a world of possibilities open for you. I know that some of you sitting here right now are curious. Some of you sitting here right now are deathly afraid. Some of you sitting here right now are saying, my goodness, I've been praying for something for some time now, and I just certainly hoping that a door opens up that's really clear for me to pass through. Some of you are indifferent sitting here right now, and some of you are crying on the inside because you got pain going on in your life and there's uncertainty that is transpiring. And I just want you to know, whatever you are, it's totally fine. It's totally okay. You're in the safest environment you could be. You're in the most hopeful environment that you could be. And right now, whatever you are experiencing, we're going to create a very clear path for you. And if you'll just get on that path, what you're going to find is you're going to find some Sherpas. If you don't know what Sherpas are, those are the people that carry all your belongings. They make it possible for you to be sure-footed when you take the next step. Sherpas are people that help you get to the summit that you need to be climbing right now. And they take all of the guesswork out of that journey for you. So that's who we are. Someone invited you here today. And whether you ever have known that term or not before, they're your Sherpa. They're here to make your load very light. And they're here to make sure that you're sure-footed as you take the next step. And that you're clear on what the summit is. Because I don't know if you ever climbed a mountain before. I've climbed several. And when you climb these mountains, sometimes you're on this journey and you're looking at what you're sure is the summit. And you're tired, you're ill, you're altitude sick, you're out of breath. You're just like, man, every step is just getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And that Sherpa is going to be there to say, come on, another step. You can do this. And we're going to help you. What else can I carry for you? And if you don't have that Sherpa, sometimes you're going along and you have to do everything by yourself, and it's hard. And the mental anguish that you go through when you don't have that coach that's beside you to tell you, you can take that next step, you can do this, I know you can. What do I need to do to make your load lighter? Then you see false summits. I remember so many times getting to where I thought I was going only to be like, oh, a false summit. And that really stinks. Juliette and I were talking about false summits yesterday. We've had a few of those before. And it's nice to know for sure what the destination is and what it looks like and what it's going to take to get there. So that's what a Sherpa is all about. So today you're going to meet several Sherpas. And you're going to hear them talk about their experiences. They're going to take a little bite out of the longevity journey and say, hey, I've been asked to step up today and to share this bite of the journey with you. Here's my experience. Here's what you can expect. here's some insight. And so I hope you came today prepared to take some notes. I hope that today you came prepared with a recording device so that you can go back and listen to the advice and the wisdom over and over and over again. We come up with about 9 topics today. There's probably more, but we came up with 9 things today collectively as a group. We got on a call this week and said, man, from a new person's perspective or someone that's begun the journey, what are the hottest, most important, most relevant, most powerful topics that we could think of to share in this little window of time on Saturday? And so with a long list, we condensed them down to 9, and we have volunteers that have said, I will take on that topic. I will share and I will teach and I will train on that topic. So every time someone gets up here today, would you just recognize that every single person here this is a volunteer army. No one's paid to stand up here. This is not about glory. This is not about fame. This is not a popularity contest. These are people that have volunteered to take time out of their day and time out of, maybe family, children, activities to make today special for you. And so just feel honored today that you're being blessed, you're being recognized today with someone sharing that information. And what I really want to do is turn to the camera right now, because there are a number of people that are tuning in from different places around the country. There are people tuning in today that aren't sleeping right now because the time zone where they are, it's dark outside. And they're making this a priority. So I want to say a special welcome to all of you that are tuning in from some other country, the Philippines, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand. Those are all possibilities. And I don't know where you are today, but I do know that you've made today a priority. We have Paris on the line. Perfect. So thank you so much. Welcome everybody from all over the world. We want you to know that we feel very grateful that you're on the line. And so you can go on to Zoom right now if you want to put some stuff in the chat line or the sidebars and make some comments or ask some questions. Then we've got people sitting here full time monitoring you and looking for you to raise your hand. If you've got a thought or an expression or someone's speaking and you want to ask them a question, feel free to type it in the sidebar, and anything that's relevant or pertinent, we're going to make sure that we answer your questions too. So it feels like you're sitting right here with us. That's how special we want you to feel today. So on that note, again, this is Super Saturday, and here's what we're going to do. Here's what you can expect. We're not going to take any formal breaks today. There's just too much to pack in. And we feel like, if you want to hobnob, you can do that afterwards. You could have gotten here early. Some of you did. And we want as much of this time to be impactful for you so you get your money's worth, which OPS, by the way, did you notice that nobody opened up wallets today? Did you notice that when you came in here? So today is free. And so don't think that just because it's free that it doesn't have any value. It has more value than anything else. We have people here that drove 5 hours from up into the middle of Wyoming to be here today as well. So that's a big deal. Yeah. So no formal breaks. That means if you need to go to the bathroom, for example, some of you that have been here before, you know the drill. If you need to go, just raise your hand. raise your hand, and we'll call you out. And all you have to do is just notify. It's just a courtesy thing. That's all we're asking. Nobody needs to be rude. So just raise your hand and just hold up 1 for number 1. And if you need extra time, 2 for number 2. And then you can excuse yourself, and we'll all know what you're doing that way. So it's a public thing. We like to be in this together. It's a team sport. We'll go through these doors over here, down the stairs, and men's or women's is down there separately. That's the only thing that's private. Otherwise, number 1 or number 2. Perfect. Okay. And the next thing that you can expect is each time someone gets up here, the average time that someone will be speaking is somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes. Some people have a little heavier topic that requires some extra time. So each person's somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes. And each person will be edifying this next speaker that comes after them. And that's part of the exercise today in training. If you write this word down, edification, that'll be a formal topic that gets taught today. And if you get really good at this topic, it will be one of the magic bullets in your repertoire of things that you will do as a professional network marketer, is learn how to speak highly of other people. So when someone's up here, you're going to hear them talk highly of and introduce the next speaker that's taking the stage. So when Tom talked about me emceeing, this is it. I've got a speaking topic later on this afternoon. But other than that, you're going to see fresh faces all day long. If you're hungry or thirsty, there is a table set up for this door over here. It's got coffee on it. It's got some snacks and some beverages and different assortment of things. You're welcome to help yourself to those as well. So on that note, are there any questions before we get started? Everything makes sense? Yes, sir. You got a 3.
I have a 3.
What does 3 mean? That means 1 and 2 combined. By the way, doesn't the training center look beautiful?
Yeah.
I mean, give Marianne a hand for rolling the walls herself. This is good news. And so I'm going to introduce the very first person. So we're going to start off with a short, concise, and I want you to take notes, because this is, we want you to see how simple it is to explain longevity. Sometimes we think we have to be stiff and formal and make everything lengthy and do so much talking, but I want you to notice Joel Maly. Here's a classy man, a professional man, someone that's been a student of network marketing. Joel Maly is someone that's plugged into tons of training. He's very, very well read. He pays attention. He's humble. He's assertive when he needs to be assertive. He's confident in his craft of network marketing, working with and dealing with people. He makes everyone around him feel like $1 million. He's the kind of person that's very magnetic. And you know, very powerful magnets. If you get close enough, if you get too close or close enough, all of a sudden you just get sucked up. And that's what happens when you get around Joel. Some people, the closer you get, the more you realize you want to step back away from that person. And that's not how to become a professional network marketer. So Joel's that person where he's very, very magnetic. He's fun to be around. He always knows how to have a good time. He's healthy. He's the epitome of a healthy body, someone that takes care of himself from a physical standpoint, someone who focuses on taking care of himself from an internal standpoint. He's healthy in body, mind, soul. He's got the whole package. And I think if you process that for a second, you're going, wow, isn't that a little bit overboard? I don't know. You tell me. If you think about people looking for leaders in their life, don't you want to follow someone that's got all of it together versus, oh, they got a couple things working for them. Yeah, I'm going to choose that person because they've got 2 out of 10 things working for them. No, you want the person that you can be magnetized toward to have the whole package. The more of the whole package they are, the more you can glean from one person. And it makes things a little bit easier when you're following those ropes. So Joel Maly has been part of Longevity for about the last year. It's been neat to see him grow and to see he and his wife, Nikki's team, just explode the way it has. You're going to learn a lot from Joel, and he's here first. He'll have another topic later on, but he's first going to run through a business overview. Just pay attention to how he words things and how he speaks about things and how exciting he makes this company sound to anyone listening in a very short period of time. Help me get very noisy and loud and welcome Joel Maly to the front of the room.
Thank you. Wow. Cool. Are you throwing up slides for me?
Huh?
Are you throwing up slides?
Nope, that'll be Marianne.
Marianne?
Yeah.
Hey, Marianne, I don't need them.
What's that?
I don't need them. Are you doing slides?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I don't need them.
I was looking for raffles. We
Oh,
don't
okay.
have raffle tickets, but we do have a raffle, so we'll figure that out.
All right. Wow. So that is, I always learn from him every single time that he introduces someone, let alone me. I always get to learn from him because the time and the effort and the energy he spends in talking about somebody else and just he made me feel like $1 million. Yeah, just like introducing me right then and there. And that, every time you do that, Scott, I appreciate you. I learn from that. So thank you. I appreciate that. There's one person today that he's in the back of the room. Monty, raise your hand. Raise your hand right there. Monty Bridges right there. Okay, right, one more time so these people can see you. Okay, Monty Bridges. I had to call this guy out because he's become a close friend of ours. And first of all, he and his wife, Kaya, amazing people. Really great people. And if it wasn't for Longevity, I would never have met these guys because they're all over the place. They travel all the time. Just last week he said he was in New York and Las Vegas and like Oklahoma City and all these different places. And I'm like, dude, that's amazing. I wouldn't have had an opportunity to become these people's friends if it wasn't for this company. So I'm excited that he's here for one reason, and it's because, and you know why, it's because Monty has the most contagious laugh I've ever heard. Whenever he's in the crowd, in the audience, any kind of joke. Oh, there's Fred too. Hi, Fred. All right. Yeah, Fred's got contagious laugh too. But Monty, you can count on Monty to just bust the gut laughing, and just, it's so contagious. So Monty, I just wanted to call you out for your amazing laugh. And it's just phenomenal. So you got to travel with this guy. I'm going to take him wherever I go. Whenever I talk in front of rooms, you got to take Monty because he's the one that makes it comfortable. So anyway, here's the deal about longevity. The first thing I mentioned was, you get to meet people. And a lot of people that I would never have had an opportunity to befriend, to meet, are because of this company. And Monty, another reason I talked about you is because Monty's seen a lot of things, he's lived a lot of life, and he's done a lot of different professions. And he said, this is really hard to come by. Monty's a guy of a reputable professional background. And he said, this type of community, you can't find anywhere else. He said, this group of people, it's really hard to come by. And so there's three things that I think sum up the beginning of the longevity. And I was just sitting there thinking about this because these are what make longevity make a difference to me. And there's number one, it's vision, right? So we have vision, we have hope, we have purpose. And I love these two things. So what's longevity's vision? So longevity's vision is honestly, it's to be the household name company into the future that's $1 billion company. Not only just for the sake of that, but for the sake of the lives that can be changed as that type of a company. So they have this vision, looking forward into the future. We're the swap where you shop company. We're the company, instead of Amazon, we're the company that you can come to and find what you need and find a place where you fit. Not only find the products that you need, but find the people that you can fit with, right? Hang out with the Monty Bridges of the world, and find the purpose that you need. So longevity's got a vision for being the difference maker company, the replacement company, the Amazon.com of the direct selling industry. And the beauty of that is that, unlike Amazon.com, longevity has an opportunity for us to take advantage of. And that's simply to earn a commission. To earn a commission that can ultimately become something different for you. Whether it's a part-time supplemental income, whether it's a full-time replacement income, anywhere in between. Longevity has that ability. So I love the vision of this company. And the thing is, we offer hope. We offer hope to people. And that's another key piece of longevity. See, the hope that we offer is not only health related, which we'll get into, but it's financial related, right? Because a lot of people in this world are drowning, but you don't see it. You don't see it. Some people can see it in their eyes, but you don't see it on the surface. But inside, in our lives, we're drowning because of bronchitis. Because it's a disease called bronchitis. And we offer hope. Okay, so longevity offers hope, we offer purpose. And I love longevity's mission statement. It's something to the effect of, here's what we do. We help people live fuller lives so that you can wake up every morning brimming with purpose. Who doesn't want to wake up brimming with purpose, right? And ultimately so that you can live better. That's what we're here for, is to live better. So hope, vision, and purpose. I see that in longevity's mission statement. I see that in who longevity is as a company. So there's four things about longevity that you got to know. And the first thing is that longevity is they've got it figured out. They've got their vision figured out. They've been around for 20 years. We've assembled a corporate management team that's been in business for 300 plus years combined. So what you have to know if you're going to be a part of something is that you can count on the people that you're following. That you can count on the leaders that are there, right? So who's ever had a kid go through like a baseball or a soccer team or in some sort of sport? You've had a kid in a sport, raise your hand. Okay, so kids in sports. Has your kid ever had a coach in that sport that you weren't necessarily a fan of? Okay, so how does that make you feel when you have someone leading your child in this endeavor, and you don't think they're doing it very well, or they're instilling values in your child that you're not super okay with? How does that make you feel? I mean, it's not good, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, and you want to take action, and like it just makes you almost like die inside a little bit. And you call the coach, or you or after a game you meet with them, and you're like, dude, listen, like, what are you doing? And it's my kid you're talking about here. So here's the thing about longevity: you can know that the coaches and the leaders and what are they called, Scott? Sherpas? The shirt, is that how you say it? Sherpas. What language is that, by the way?
Nepal.
Nepal. Okay, very good. So,
They got you up on members.
okay, there you go. Yes, thank you. So these Sherpas in longevity, you can know that they can be counted on. So you're not going to find a bad coach in longevity. You're not going to find the corporate leadership team, the Scott Fardulises, the Tom Chenaults of this company. They've walked the walk. They've talked the talk because they've walked it, and they can show us how to do it because they've been there, right? So what you have to know is you're in business with the right people. This company is stable. We just hit the NASDAQ. Yeah. Awesome. So longevity hit the NASDAQ. So you can know that you're in a stable company, right? Because there are oftentimes people in this industry who make it about hype, make it about excitement, make it about you can make all this money and you can just retire tomorrow and buy the cars and do the things. And that's great, and some people do. However, a lot of those companies are just fly-by-night type things. And they're here today, gone tomorrow. And what you can know about longevity is we've got staying power. We've been in it, right? So yeah, you have to know that. You have to know that you've got a corporate team that's rock solid, that the company's rock solid. You also have to know that there are products that you can get behind, right? So who here is on 90 for Life? Mm-hmm. Okay, almost half the room. There are more than half the room is on 90 for Life. Okay. Who here joined longevity, came to longevity, not because of 90 for Life? Not because of 90 for Life. Okay, yep, yeah. Not because of 90 for Life?
We business.
Yeah, okay, so you came for the people, right? So not only does 90 for Life exist, but longevity has an entire circle of things. Right here in the center is 90 for Life. But longevity has a product and a ultimately a selection of things that you can find where you fit, right? Pick your passion, right? Okay? So, Tom.
What?
Who are you in longevity?
What do you mean?
You say, I am what? Right behind you.
Need to change coffee?
Coffee.
Oh, I see where you're going. Sorry, yeah, it was Stump the Chump moment there.
They make me look better, right? So Tom is coffee. Like he owns a coffee shop. The guy is like, he just like exudes coffee. He probably smells like coffee right now. And it just comes out of his pores. So that's the passion that Tom Chenault picked in longevity, right? So if you're within 3 feet of him, he's talking about coffee. Okay. Longevity has the power to allow you to fit into that, right? You know, I met somebody here several weeks ago, and her name is Linda. Linda McCormick, are you here? Linda's not here, I don't think. So Linda is passionate about memory keeping. She is all in about saving your pictures, making photo albums, and just preserving those memories that you know, what happens when you have photos in your phone of your child's 5th birthday party, and then you drop your phone in the toilet and it's gone, right? And you have them back. See, there's mom.
There's mom.
Yes. Yes. Okay, that was my mission right there. Okay. Shoot me down. So what can you lose those photos, right? That's devastating. We've all had that happen probably, right? So, you know, Linda's passionate about, hey, listen, take them off of the digital world, out of the digital world, get them onto the physical world, and preserve those memories. We don't do that anymore. And she got me excited about memory keeping. I'm like a bodybuilder, fitness, like sports dude who, you know, who's passionate about nutrition. and passionate about personal development and all this stuff. And I'm excited about memory keeping. Seriously? So that's what I love about longevity. Pick where you fit. Pick your passion. And it's not just coffee. It's chocolate. It's, you name it. It's oils. It's makeup. Okay, all these different things. Love that about longevity. So here's what you have. You have a rock solid company foundation. People you can trust, captaining the ship, if you will. Then you've got products that are not only, they can fit you where you're at, what you already love, but they also are a swap where you shop model. So, who's that?
20%.
What is that? Is that me? Robert? You're out of here, bud. Yeah, strike two. No, just kidding. So listen, swap where you shop model. And that just means, listen, you're already purchasing things at Walmart anyway, right? You already said items at Whole Foods are good enough for you to consume and purchase for your family, and items at King Soopers. You've already said that those are good enough for you and your family. So why don't you just swap where you shop in longevity? And if the difference was 0 as far as product quality, which that's not true, but if there was 0 difference in product quality, you can earn a commission here, whereas at Walmart, you can't. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
So that leads me into the third point. You got rock solid leadership. You got products that are for everyone, and you can find where you love. And then you've got a commission structure, right? So we offer hope. Back to this hope piece. I can offer hope to someone, not only who's struggling with a health issue, because Dr. Wallach founded this company on one basis, and that's 90 for life. And that's when you fuel your body with the 90 essential nutrients daily, you're giving your body the best chance, the best fighting chance at optimal wellness. And that's been Dr. Wallach's life mission. His life vision is to help people live healthier. And so we can offer them hope in terms of health. We can offer them hope in terms of finances. And when you combine those two things, it becomes time health and time freedom. Think about it. What happened? What are you doing right now to earn a living, to earn a paycheck? Most of us are going to a job, right? Most of us are doing something for someone other than ourselves. However, we're clocking in, and we're saying, "Here's my time. You can have it for 8 hours today, and what I'll take in return is a paycheck." And most of us wait 2 weeks even to pay ourselves. We punch our time in, and we trade, and we trade, and we trade, and we trade. And then 2 weeks later, then we get to see the payoff. Then we get to see a paycheck. And so what we're doing is we're trading our time for money. In reality, that's a bad trade. That's a really bad trade. Because y'all can get more money. What we can't get is more time. Is that true?
That's right. Yep.
So when you spend a day, you have one less day to spend. So what are we spending our days doing? Is it something you're not passionate about? Is it something that doesn't light your fire? Because if it's not, this is what you're doing. You're transferring stress. That's all you're doing. Because the stress here isn't my financial area of life. I don't have enough money. I can't make the bills. I can't make ends meet, whatever it is. So the stress here, I'm just going to transfer my stress over here. I'm going to be overworked. I'm going to spend no time with my kids and my family. And I'm just going to work my butt off so that I can relieve this stress over here. And now you've got this stress. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? So here's what we say. Let's own the best of our health. Let's own the best of our time. Or own the best of our money so that then we can combine that and own our time. Because who doesn't want to spend more time with their loved ones? Am I right? Mm-hmm. See, that's what longevity is all about. We form a community of people that care. Caring about the people next to us, that's important. But we all have our loved ones. We all have the people that we go home to. Our daughters and sons and our moms and dads. Those people that really have the grip on our hearts. So that's what longevity is all about. Live fuller, live with purpose, and live better. Right?
Right. Yep.
So that's how we can accomplish that. We just teach people to swap where they shop. And we teach people to own the best of their health. And then we say, I'll show you the way. Scott said to me and Nikki, I'll show you the way. He said, I will take you, I'll hold your hand and walk with you step by step. That's a leader. That's a great leader. So that's what we have access to here in Longevity. And so that brings me to my last point. I just said it. You've got the leadership. You've got the products. You've got the pay plan. What's the X factor? You need someone, okay, Longevity, someone to hold your hand and walk with you, like go the way with you. Scott said, listen, I've been there. My mentor, Tom Chenault, I've been there. And we can show you the way. Just put your feet where mine are. He's a Sherpa. He's going up Everest. Yeah, he's going up Everest saying, don't step there because that's slippery, and you're gonna cause an avalanche, and you're gonna get yourself killed, and a bunch of other people killed. Right? That's right. Don't step there. And he's saying no, step here. Put your ice pick here. And that's what we've got in Longevity. We've got that mentorship, that leadership. That's the difference, y'all. That's the difference. Because there are great people who can get with a great company and great products and even a great compensation plan, yet they still fail. Why? They didn't have a leader. They didn't have a leader showing them the way. And that's what we got in Longevity, right? We have access to the highest level of leadership. And we're sitting in a room with them right now, y'all. Is that cool enough?
That's cool.
To steal a phrase from Mr. Tom right there. Yeah. So I just want you to get the gravity of the situation, that you can fit where you want to fit here. There's no pushing a square peg to a round hole in Longevity. You can fit where you want to fit here. My buddy Paul, he found his fit in Longevity, and he's crushing it. He's crushing it. There are people in this room. Linda's not here, but there are people in this room that have found their fit in Longevity, and they didn't feel like they were doing the square peg round hole thing. Right? So that's, God, that's the difference maker. And we're sitting amongst greatness in this room. We really are. And I am so honored and blessed to be able to share this with you. Scott and Tom, I appreciate the opportunity to share the vision of Longevity with it. Sometimes I get so excited about these things that I trip over my own words. But does this make sense?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So, and for some reason, Scott believed in me enough to give me 2 opportunities to speak today. Mm-hmm. And that, in a room with these 2 guys, that is just insane. I am just so humbled and grateful for that opportunity. You guys, Tom and Scott and Juliette and Denise, I don't know where she's at, but they have made such an impact on my life. And it's such a short period of time. I wish I could give that gift to myself 5 years ago. 6 years ago, 10 years ago, right? Just someone to speak into your life and pour into your life. That's the difference maker here. That's what we've got here. We're duplicating a group of mentorship. We're passing it forward. That's what this is all about. Showing people the way to do it. It's such a beautiful thing. And so I get to bring up Mr. Scott Fardulis' wife. So this woman. I keep listening, right? There's Monty. He was the last one. So these 2 have poured into our lives. Nikki and I have learned and been blessed so much by you 2. You guys have taken the time and spent hours pouring into us, going on hikes with us, and having us over for dinner, feeding us, and not only food, but which is the way to my heart. Food is the way to my heart. So they've won my heart over. But they've spent so much time investing in us, and this woman is absolutely incredible. She's so humble and genuine. When you talk with Juliette, she's just 100% all in. I just noticed that this morning. I just re-noticed that this morning. She's just so totally all in, and she just cares about you. And she takes the time to ask how your life is and how things are. And she exudes kindness and open-heartedness. And I just love that about you, Juliette. You and Scott have blessed us tremendously. So I think she's going to do a raffle and then she's got a topic. So let's give it up for Miss Juliette Fardulis.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I love seeing all the new faces. If you're here from Free Life, Sorvana, or Ladara, will you stand up? Yay! And you're standing up. So before we start on my topic, which is the very big important topic of auto-ship and swapping where you shop, I have a fun raffle. So that's why I was walking around with these little cards. We wrote down everyone's name. So thank you for doing a name tag. And we have some raffle items to give away. And the raffle this one is there. Okay, so I'm not cheating. Okay. Danny Demery.
All right.
We have either a whole bag of coffee, we have new Rico Life Purely Purple tea, or a box of keto caramel bars. Those two things there. Okay, Callie Vandertop.
All right.
Okay, come on down.
Joe.
We have tea from all right. I just put it back in because it was cold in so it's not fair. You guys are married. Brad's the winner. So how many of you feel like I never win anything? How come there's a raffle in there? I never win anything. So Scott and I ordered a whole case of RMW coffee, and they're all different flavors. Yay! And this will make a whole pot of coffee. Wow. Enjoy different flavors, and I'm just going to pass the box around, and if you sat in the front, then you have a better chance of getting some of these. One per family. So if you're married, just please take one so more people can get coffee.
Thank you, Scott.
So we've all heard the statistic that says that women spend most of every dollar in the U.S. that is spent, right? So I looked that up to see if that was true and what the percentage was. And the Bloomberg study that I read, there were two different studies. They both said that women spend 85 cents of every dollar in the U.S. So they make the decision about 85% of what's going to be bought. So the guys are left with the remainder. It's talking about the she economy, the she economy. So that's why I'm going to spend a little bit of time on some of the products that are both for men and women, but keeping in mind that there are a lot of women in network marketing. Denise Chenault is one of the most powerful women in network marketing officially. She speaks on stages of 20,000 people, and a lot of them are women. So I wanted to highlight a few of the lines that appeal to everybody, but specifically that women get excited about spending. So we have our new skincare line, and these bottles are travel size. So the new bigger size are available in some of them so far. I think the day cream is out. So there's a toner that has a spray on it, and we have our creamy cleanser day cream. There's a night cream. There's an eye cream now that you can apply, so that's awesome and fun. And then Lazara has clinically tested, proven skincare that's gone through all kinds of tests, third-party tests, and I'm not the expert to speak about that. Some of you know a lot about it. And so this is one of the items I ordered that came already, and these are perfecting gels. So this is kind of more for women. Guys can use them too, I'm sure. But it will smooth out the appearance. It's one application, and it's like a pink gel. You put it on, and then your makeup on top, and it smooths out the appearance of wrinkles and has all kinds of good nutrition in it that you can read about later. So this is the Flawless Now Instant Perfecting Gel. And I used it yesterday. I forgot to use it today, and it worked really well on me. And then we have our whole line of mineral makeup. I just brought a couple things. There's hundreds of colors, eyeshadows and blushes and foundations. And afterwards, I'm going to help Jen and Sarah color match because they came over from Ladara and Sorvana and need to know what color foundation to get. So I'll help them with that. So this is the fun little gimmicky thing about the lipsticks is that there's a mirror on the back, if you're not familiar with that mirror, and the lip gloss, that's the gloss, it has a light. So when you're applying it in the dark, in the movies, or at church, seeing what you're doing, or if you just get something stuck in your eye, you've got a light and a mirror in your purse. Just don't. And then the sticks also have the light, but you have to push the buttons. There's a little gizmo on there. You push the button and the light comes on. And then you can see what you're doing. And believe me, these are conversation starters. So when you pull these out of your purse, wave it around and, make it dramatic. Ooh, because I get a lot of comments about makeup these 2 days. Sure, a lot of you have. And the other conversation starter is our jewelry. So just raise your hand if you're not familiar with why our jewelry is so incredible. If you don't know how it works. So several of you raise your hand. Okay. So I can't wait for you to meet Annalise. I hope you're all going to convention. You'll meet Annalise Brown. She's the inventor of the jewelry. So all the pieces have these tiny hooks, so like a shepherd hook, and they do not come off. So you can easily put it on. You can reach behind your head and put it on. Your grandma can put it on and not be frustrated with a tiny little clasp. And it can transform. So it's like the transformer necklace. So I can make it a long piece. This is the classic way to wear it. Or like I did with this one, I put the hooks in the front and then I can hook it wherever I want it. So that it can be different lengths. This is a double. I can make it a triple if I wanted to, just like this. And there's an extension piece on here so that it's not too much of a choker. And I can clip it like that. I can do it as a belt. If my outfit was the right way, I could wear it as a belt. Or it can go in your hair like this. You can make a bracelet out of it. You can make an anklet, all kinds of things. So there's also earrings, which I'm wearing the matching ones that go with the silver and pearl. And hundreds of lockets, little charms that go in your lockets that you can customize what's special to you. And so that's the jewelry line. These make great gifts. So I don't go to Charlie's anymore. I'm sorry to say, I used to love that store. Now I just buy from my own store, and I have extras of these on hand, and I give them when it's time for a gift for any age. Girls up to your grandma would enjoy some of this jewelry. So that's one way you can switch where you shop. I brought a couple other things that are new that we haven't seen before in longevity, and that is deodorant. This is deodorant. It's a little spray. Deodorant. And it's not really good. If you don't spray it, I can pass it around later. And I'm wearing it today. So far, so good. Spray it under there. So you have it, and it's all natural. It's not antiperspirant. There's no aluminum, nasty stuff in it. And we have another organic skincare line from Ladara that's a facial cleanser. I love the smell of it. That yesterday for the first time. And we have a natural orange all-purpose 100% plant-based cleaner, which I'm sure Dr. Wallach would approve. And orange is one of my favorite scents. We can start cleaning with this. And this is also something I was going to raffle, and I forgot. It's this raspberry lip chapstick. I gotta do that now. Diane. And there's all different ones. There's strawberry, raspberry, mango, mint, many different new essential oil-based chapsticks. Not chapsticks, lip balm. Okay, this is for fun. If you can do it with your kids or on your own if you're crafty. This is a card making kit. Okay, this is a card making kit from the anthology line. So I did this with my daughter one day. We sat down, got the glue stick out, and it comes with all the pieces. So this says hooray, and it's a see-through card with this confetti stuff in it. And inside it says you make me happy, and I stuck it on there. And now I have a beautiful card, and they come out to about $2.50 each for a 3D card. If you bought this in the store, you pay like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Pay your applicant kit. It took me hours. Let's see. Envelope that comes with it. Thank you. Except you didn't get your chapstick. So, how many of you have heard of Sanju Javia, who's our health and wellness champion, talking about cardio? Yes. I already opened this, I used it, so I won't be rattling it. This is the powdered stuff. You put a scoop in 8 ounces of water or juice, whatever you want. You can mix it with your smoothie. You can mix it with your Beyond Tangy Tangerine and change the flavor just to mix things up. And it's for improving your cardiovascular system. And it has great nutrition in it. I'm still learning about what it does. It doesn't just taste like beets. If you're not a beet fan, you can kind of tell the beets are in there, but it also has mango and cherry in it. So it's fruity beets. Nice. This is my very favorite shake. This is so awesome. I love shakes. And I'm kind of a shake snob. I've tried all different shakes. And I first thing I look at is how much sugar is in it. Because if it's not a lot of sugar, then it's a weight gain or not a weight loss shake. So this shake has -1 gram. And it tastes so good. It's not super sweet, but it's sweet enough so you don't feel like it's overwhelming. And it's really light. You can mix it with your favorite milk substitute or milk or almond or coconut milk, water. I put cocoa powder sometimes and peanut butter and make it and some instant coffee that we have in our line and make a mocha chocolate peanut butter shake. Wow. Yeah, this whole line of teas that are from Ladara, they're wellness teas. You could talk to Dr. K about them sometime. He's in wealth of knowledge on them. They're loose leaf teas. So you put it in a little infuser, which we can now buy from Jeffy, or we already have one. And then we have their flagship product is Goji, and there's also Himalayan Goji juice. So think of it kind of like a Zeratical in taste, a little similar. It's delicious. Love it. Just take a capful of that. You can read about what it does. It's complex, and I'm not an expert. And then they have little energy shots you can take. So this will replace your 5-hour energy instead. And I'll try to show you, ladies, the eyeliner is not the kind that you have to sharpen. Yay. So this one's called Blackout. I've had it for a long time. I use it every day and still not out yet. And it's really soft, so it doesn't drag on your eyelid. So there's all colors. It's purple, brown. I forgot all the colors.
No light on that.
Yeah. Oh, I got these for my kids to try. And they're gentle cleansing pads. So for our kids that are in the acne stage, these little pads they can use at night, rub off all the oil in the face. And they're called Essential Organics Gentle Cleansing Pads. So it's not just for, it's not just for acne, it's for anyone. And you can put right on your eyes, I've heard. Take off your eye makeup, it won't burn your eyes, which is great. And then we have a green shake. So they have also a different green shake. So I'm just wanting to show you some of the new stuff, fun new stuff. I think I covered most of it. Now, the other, and these, in the coffee in the coffee line, there's brand new marketing materials. I made a post yesterday. They're beautiful. This full color 10-page, the story about our Nicaragua coffee plantation and how it's rainforest certified, hand-picked, organic, fair trade, bird friendly. So, and we also have built a village of buildings for the workers and a school for their children. Before they were sleeping in terrible conditions, now they have a nice place to sleep and live and work and educate their kids. And that's all because when you buy the coffee, then the money goes to our charities. So it's awesome. And this tells about even our tea, our new Sozo and Rico Life tea is in here. So we have that. There's a small brochure that's little, and you can order these. I'm going to put the item number on the post on the longevity page. And it comes with, this is if you're in the coffee club, it comes with a little recipe card. And this month it's on Kona Blend cold brew coffee, so you can learn how to do that. And that's really popular, cold brew. So we can make our own cold brew using this recipe. So there's the coffee club is awesome. It's a good gift because you could give that to someone who loves coffee, and every month they get 2 bags of coffee in the mail from you for the whole year. Or you can do 3 months or 6 months. So kind of like a fruit of the month club, it's coffee of the month club. And I can't quite drink all of them in a month, the 2 bags, so I put them in the freezer, and then when it comes for time for a gift, I can go to the freezer and I have fresh coffee to give to it. It lasts longer if you put it in the freezer. Sorry, you're being. Oh, I love the fun products. I'm so proud of our product line. And now with your auto ship, I've talked about this, it's been a while, there's a lot of new people. So it's really, really important to do an auto ship, and you don't have to be scared of it because you can change it. And up to the day before, but we recommend 2 days before. Go online, change your auto ship. If you're somewhere where you're not online, and, oh no, I need to change my auto ship because I don't want to get the same thing I got last month, I want to try new things. You can call Longevity and they will change your auto ship for you on the 800 number. So either that way or online. And the great thing is that you get free shipping. So it doesn't matter if you order really heavy stuff like this or, you know, really, really lightweight stuff. It's all free shipping, 1 order per distributorship per month. So if you don't remember and you think, I'll just place my order, I'm not going to do auto ship, I'll just place an order, and you forgot to do it, then we've had people who have missed it by a day and they cannot go back and change it. And so they forgot about it, they went on vacation, and then they didn't get all the bonuses on their team that they built. Because that's all that Longevity is asking of us, is to make sure that we place an order. It doesn't have to be auto ship, but if it is auto ship, then you won't forget, and you get the free shipping. So you can just place regular orders too. So I think I've covered most of the topic of swap where you shop. There's so many products. I love that they keep bringing in new things so that you never get bored with the same shampoo or the same lip gloss. I mean, it's thousands of choices. It's just great and all high quality stuff. So I don't think we're going to start selling Doritos.